Okay, my friends, this is my best friend Timothy. And Timothy's been living with me for about 17 years now, and we're good friends. He loves it when I tickle his ears. Hey, buddy. We hang out together quite a bit, you know. He trusts me. I had him ever since he was old. He would fit in my hand when I first got him. We hang around together quite a bit. Hey, Timothy. Funny thing about cats, though, if you think that they should look that way, they look that way. Another thing I've always noticed about cats is if you're going through a door one way, the cat is always going the other way. Right? Isn't that right? Take off. Okay. What are you going to do, Tim? Hey, you had enough of that, did you? Hey, did you have enough of that? Anyhow, that's Timothy. Hey, buddy. So, you know, hanging around with a cat, it's kind of relaxing. It's a nice way to spend a minute. They could be good friends. Hey, Tim. That's my buddy. Anyhow, that's a little introduction there for Tim. Okay, take care now. Bye. My name's Gary, and I play the Toronto Blues. tonight's just kind of fooling around and being amused. Trying to blues. Hope you enjoyed it. Have fun. Trying to blues. Got the Toronto blues. Paid my dues. I got the downtown blues. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, won't you slow down? I know you're trying to bebop around, but on the blues, man, you gotta slow down if you want to get that right kind of sound. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. I got the downtown blues, man. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, you know, it's the blues that gets me through. I got the downtown blues, baby. Yes, I do. Well, it's good for me and it's good for you. I got the downtown blues. Oh, yeah, I surely do. I'm gonna rock and roll and bare my soul. I'm gonna do it for the gold. I said I'm gonna do it for the gold. I got the downtown blues. Oh, I do. I got the blues, got the blues, I do. I got the downtown blues slipping in, just like your very best friend. I got the downtown blues. Dee-da-da-dee-da-dee-da-do, dee-da-dee-da-da-da, downtown blues, dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-do, dee-da-do, dee-da-do, boo-boo-boo. Well, I guess I'll go, man, I gotta leave. You know now, getting no reprieve. I gotta go, man, I'm gonna to leave. 'Cause the telephone is giving me no reprieve. Well, I hear you like stories. Come into the light. Get warm. Sit down for a moment. Listen to a story. Not all stories have to be heavy. They can be light. I can tell you stories about the way it was. Oh, about 65 years ago, here in Toronto, there were some characters that you never see today. For instance, there was the Iceman. Everybody had an ice box. They would keep their milk and their eggs and things like that in it. The icebox had a certain smell, a certain pungent smell that I never did like. If you ever smelt it, you'd always recognize it. But that's what we had, was the icebox. And men used to come around with an old truck, and they would have stacks and stacks of ice, about a piece about 1.5 by 1.5 feet. This would go in the icebox and keep it cool. So that was a common thing, was the Iceman. It was always dripping water off the back of the truck. Kids would smash a little bit of ice and suck the ice in the summertime when it was hot. But that was something you never see today, you know. And other guys you never see are the sheeny men. The sheeny men were old Jews, usually. And they would have a cart and a horse. And they would just clip, clop, clip, clop, real slow down the street, wearing kind of raggedy, poor clothes, an old crumpled hat and a jacket open, sitting on the back of their little cart. And they would collect old rags and brass pieces of metal, anything that they could. And they were the original recyclers. Today it's a big deal, but in those days it was kind of frowned on almost. Oh, those are the sheeny men. Oh, they've come to collect stuff, you know. Yeah. So it was a different world. Different world. And then there was the milkman. Today we all go to 7-Eleven or someplace and buy our milk. But in those days, the milkman came around. And when I was a boy, he actually came with an enclosed cart that was pulled by a horse. And he would get off the trailer, let's say, and he would have maybe 6 bottles of milk, and he would go up to the house and he would put them in the milk box. And the milk came in a bottle, and at the top, for about this far, it was solid cream. Oh, that was really good. When I was a kid, if I could get some toast with jam and some of that cream on it, I thought I was in heaven. I'm telling you, it was good stuff. So that was another thing that was different, was we actually had milkmen and milk in bottles with cream. Mm-hmm. Another guy that you would see was the coal man. The coal man also in the beginning had a horse and a cart, and later on they got little trucks, but yeah, they had carts also, and they used to use these burlap bags, the same kind of bag that they would put potatoes in, and they probably weighed I don't know, 30, 40, 50 pounds perhaps. They used to wear a leather cloak on their back, and they'd throw the big bag of coal over their shoulder, and they'd trundle it in. They were always black. These guys had black hands, black faces. The coal man. They'd come in, they'd cut the bag or open the bag, and they'd pour the coal down the chute, and it would tumble into the basement. And my father would go down there and get the coal and put it in the coal furnace in the wintertime and shake it and get the clinkers and the cinders and put them out. Have to get up in the middle of the night and put the coal in the furnace. Yeah, it was a different time. The coal man. Never see a coal man. My grandson wouldn't even know what coal was. Except he's going to get some at Christmas perhaps, but you know, that's the way it goes. Another guy that was common in those days also was the knife sharpener. Back in the 50s, a lot of Italians moved to Toronto, and they were hard-working guys, and they would try different ways of making a living. Anyhow, there used to be the knife sharpener, and you would see him coming around once every couple of weeks. He would walk down the street. He used to pull a cart with a couple of wheels on it, and he had a sharpening stone, and he'd ring a bell like a school bell, gling, 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 and he'd be saying sharpening, sharpening, and hollering out, and ladies would come out and get their cutlery sharpened by this guy. You never see that today. Never see that today. So those are the kinds of things that you would see when I was, let's say 7 years old or so. You know, these different characters, and it was kind of a different world. It was kind of neat. It wasn't that bad. Anyhow, that's a little story for you. That should put you to sleep. Okay. Anyhow, you guys, go have some fun. Take care. Bye now.